Welcome back to Sports Talk with Austin, your daily dose of sports entertainment. In today's video, me and Jackson Johnson of the Jacksonian are previewing and breaking down and giving our predictions on the 2023 Boca Raton Bowl as South Florida takes on the Syracuse Orange, and we give you our prediction and takes on this game. 21st games. This is a 7 p.m. game. It will be South Florida against Syracuse in the Baton Rouge Rouge Bowl. Syracuse is a
Boca
3.5
Raton,
point
Boca Raton Bowl.
Raton Bowl. Thank you, Jackson. It'll be Syracuse, South Florida. Syracuse is a 3.5 point favorite. Oh, look, Jackson, South Florida made a bowl. That's great for
Yeah,
Alabama.
that's right. It most certainly is. And it's the first time in a while that South Florida has been in a bowl. It's been since Charlie Strong was head coach there. And it was the last time was 2018 in the Gasparilla Bowl against Marshall. And Syracuse, they are without their head coach, Dino Babers. So they need to have a good day to give them some momentum for 2024 or just have something to look forward to.
Yeah,
Especially
I was about ready to ask you about that. Do you think this is a big game for Syracuse in terms of this could decide what head coach, going forward, establish the culture there? I would argue this is one of the most important games for Syracuse in program history. You can make a case that this could set up their future big time. Would you agree on that, Jackson, or is that maybe too far of a fetch?
Well, I mean, their new head coach, Fran Brown, the defensive backs coach from Georgia, he's kind of just coaching the bowl, I'm sure, for this season, but then next year he's your new man at Syracuse. I hope he gets things going for them, but everybody seems to be excited about it. But the interim coach, I hope he has a good day against South Florida. But at the moment, I am not counting on it.
Yeah, Jackson, South Florida, they've been a very inconsistent team. I mean, I know everyone likes to point to the Alabama game, but Jackson, looking at it from your perspective, we're going to bring Bama into this just for a second. Do you
Okay.
think this game is close if Jalen Milroe is starting the whole time? Do you think South Florida stays as close as they did? Or do you think it was because Bama was flip-flopping on quarterbacks and they didn't
I
know
think
who they had at the
I
time?
I think it's because we flip flopped on quarterbacks at the time. That was just the whole thing. We were just going, do we go Milroe? Do we go Buechner? Who do we go with exactly?
Because I know a lot of people look at that and say, oh, look, South Florida, they're not as bad as we think. And it's one of those things, if you watch the game, it can be deceiving. Alabama really wasn't sure what they were doing at quarterback, and it was raining, bad weather. It was just an awful day if you were a Crimson Tide fan. Yes, they won, but you came out of that game thinking, what the heck was that? This is not Alabama football. But I think that is a byproduct of South Florida. People think that they were good and they could compete. And obviously, they are somewhat good. They made a bowl for the first time in a long time, like you said, Jackson. But they're not on the level just yet of some of these teams. But it should be interesting. I think in this game here, Syracuse, do we know if Garrett Schrader's playing or not? Has he entered the portal? Or is he
Not
playing
sure.
Not
I,
sure? Okay. Because
but I
Garrett
will tell
Schrader,
you though, there's a lot of history. Well, some history involving these two schools. They were both conference opponents together in the old biggies from 2005 to 2012, and South Florida usually had the upper hand. But in 2015-16, they play each other as non-conference opponents. Guess who beat them both times? South Florida was beating Syracuse. That's not good.
I I mean, if Garrett Schrader plays, I trust Syracuse a little more. But if he opts out, it could be a major issue because he is a lot of Syracuse's offense. But I'm going to trust that he's going to play this bowl. I'm going to go Syracuse 23-13 over South Florida. Who's your pick on this one, Jackson?
Oh, I got to go South Florida on this one. That's a 28-24 victory.
We split again on that one. Now on to Friday. And for more great content here at Sports Talk with Austin, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you never miss another video on anything college football, college basketball, and the NBA. Hey, here at Sports Talk with Austin, it's Cardinals for life, baby. I'm out. Stay in.